What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Rideshare Hub. My name's Greg. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. More than anything, we are jumping back onto the Survey Junkie train. A lot of you guys have been asking questions about that. I just did a video showing some screenshots of my actual earnings. This is an awesome app. So more than anything, guys, get in the description right now and sign up, and then listen to a lot of these reviews I'm doing, because right away I'm going to tell you it's a great app, especially for times like this. It takes like maybe 20 minutes to fill out your entire profile, and the only reason you really do that is because they're gauging what surveys you do and don't qualify for. So it's very simple. They basically just go through and ask you questions about your lifestyle, your estimated income level, products you use, how often you drink, if you smoke, what types of insurance you have, about your automobile. It's just very basic lifestyle questions because they want to see all the tests you can qualify for. So really important thing when you're doing this is that you don't just try and zip through it thinking that you just want to get to the point of doing the surveys. You need to fill out those profile surveys accurately so that you qualify for a lot of surveys. I even for a lot of this stuff, like I answered questions about products I used to own but even don't anymore because I wanted to get qualified for that additional survey, right? So what I'm really going to do in this video is going over the pros and cons, and basically just all the reasons you should do it, and then maybe some of the reasons you wouldn't do it. So generally when people ask me if they say, all right, I've got good news and bad news, I always want the bad news first. So we're going to do the cons first. So the first one I would say is that you don't qualify for a ton of surveys. Now, like I was just saying, there's ways around this, and I think the reason that most people don't qualify for a lot of surveys is because they're zipping through the initial surveys about their lifestyle. So you want to answer yes to as many questions as you can. Now, obviously within a relatively truthful spectrum. Not that I'm telling you guys to bend the truth, but the way I looked at it is I was like, okay, I'm going to answer that I've had both of these cars. So I said that I had owned a Sentra and an Altima because I wanted to qualify for surveys on both. So like I said, I'm not saying like don't just lie and be like, oh, I make $200K a year, I own a house in LA, and I've got this insurance, when in reality you know live in a tiny little apartment and you have a little Prius. And again, not going in on that lifestyle or anything. I'm just saying don't get that excessive about bending the truth on this stuff. So the next con is definitely the profile surveys because they are a little bit annoying. You do get points for them, so that's nice that once you're done with those, you have a little bit of a buildup of stuff. But they can just be a little tedious. But good news is once you get through them, you don't have to do them again. So it's really not even that much of a con because it's a necessity, but I know a lot of people complain about those. The biggest one is that it's really not a ton of money. Now, the way I look at this is I'm not telling you guys to do this because I'm like, oh, you're going to replace your Uber and Lyft income. No, you absolutely won't. You won't even come close to doing that. But for me, if I'm doing this while I'm watching TV, while I'm waking up in the morning, in between Uber and Lyft rides, waiting at the airport, I do it in times where you've got nothing else to do. Any time of the day where you find yourself scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through Facebook, change your mindset to, okay, I can just do a few surveys right now and make a quick $5, $10. And I know that sounds like ridiculous, but again, the way I'm looking at it is I'm not actually working. I'm just doing this whenever I can. I'm just busting out a few quick surveys whenever I can. And I like I don't really ever cash out on the PayPal or like having the checks sent to me because I don't really ever save up that many points. And I feel like I get a better bang for my buck if I'm using it on gift cards. So I like using the points on gift cards and other little stuff they have because I get more of a payout, and it almost in a way feels like a little bit more of a reward. When I get, if I'm, you know, just using the cash, then I feel like I got to use it for something important. When I'm just, you know, cashing out on gift cards and stuff, I'm like, oh, cool. Now whenever I'm out with my friends next, you know, I've got this Starbucks gift card or whatever. Next con is that you're not going to replace your income with this. This is not a full-time job. This isn't a part-time job. You don't quit this. You know, you don't quit your job to do this. Like I said, you do this in your free time when it just doesn't matter. Let's see. The next is just, it's boring. You know, you're filling out surveys. This isn't the most exciting thing to do in the world. So, but the pros, it's easy money. It's easy money. You're barely doing anything. You're sitting on your couch. You're doing nothing, and you're getting paid. That's the only reason you really do this. The next pro, you're doing this from home. You don't need to be anywhere. It's just a simple thing that, you know, while, like I've said, while you're sitting on the couch, you fill this out. All right. Next pro is that, you know, if it comes down to it, you can get it through PayPal. You can get it through a check in the mail. That's obviously a great thing. That's really convenient. It's not some weird payout process that takes weeks. It's not through some third-party service that you then have to download. I mean, most people have PayPal. I love PayPal. It's a great service. Then the next pro I would say is that there's no spam. You know, you're not putting up with like 8,000 emails a day. They rarely email you. It's kind of nice. And then you have the ability to change your push notifications, obviously, if you just don't want anything from them. So, but yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I'm going to leave the video at this. Like I said, definitely get in the description and check this out, especially during times like this. It's just stupid easy money. You might as well save up your points for a gift card to, you know, nice lunch place and take a friend out or something. You know, this doesn't need to be looked at as like you've got to make 6 figures a year on this. This is looked at as just some extra cash on the side. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon.